welcome back. This episode should hopefully be a bit more organised. We'll see. It's not my strong suit. I love to just go on and get things done, and plus my mind's always thinking about half a dozen different things at a time. And probably need to automate that a bit. I'm not sure how much coal coke. I know I need a lot of treated wood planks because that's what crop sticks are made for crops now. This is my first attempt at organising this stuff. It's hasn't got all the items, so I haven't put the shadow fragments or shadow gems into the filter and a bunch of other reliquary stuff, but it sorts and trashes enough stuff that it keeps it flowing. It's not actually hooked up. The mob farm's turned off at the moment while I'm setting this stuff up. Yeah, so just put a bunch of torches in there, and I've just been letting that go. I've got like 2,000 bags, so we're down to 1,200. Now we're back up to 1,500. So I'm just letting that run for now, because it's getting me some items and stuff, some redstone and things. Nothing like particularly needed at the moment. The molten cores and stuff is probably really handy. Yeah, so I'm not completely happy with how it's turned out, so I might rearrange it a bit. These have ended up way too close, so yeah, these can probably be moved to here and then the whole thing moved back one. It's really awkward with all the filters and stuff to get it all sorted, so we'll see when that happens, because it doesn't stop me from using the stuff. It's just awkward to have that right there. I've still got the constellation papers here for astral sorcery. I don't have anywhere to move that at the moment, so I've just left it there. Cleaned up the dirt. I was getting annoyed by all the animal spawns, so yeah. Yeah, this is all finished doing what I was doing. I made my pickaxe, which is an iron head, copper binding and wooden tool rod. I've fortified it with obsidian so it can mine ardite and cobalt, and I've added silk touch onto it so that I could move my glass panes. It also has 3 levels of reinforced on it, and there's 2 more reinforced modifiers waiting, but it's got a long way to go. But I'm assuming as soon as I get into the nether, I can just or excavate a whole bunch of stuff, and that's going to level up super quickly. Also set up here, so I don't think I explained that the reason I wanted the resonator and the extra utils stuff with the GP is for creating upgrades for the transfer nodes. Firstly, a stack upgrade lets it move a stack at a time instead of like 4 items or whatever it does at the moment, and then some speed upgrades. But it all, when you have upgrades in the system, your thing all uses GP. So at the moment, 0 out of 16. So I'm generating 16, but I'm using none of it at the moment. So this one watermill does 16 GP. for example, the resonator, creating these upgrade bases takes 8 GP. So instead of having to use the manual mill, which gives me 15 GP, I can just put that in and let it go. So that just required some stone burnt, which is done in the resonator, so that's why you need to create the manual mill first, because you need GP to create any of these other GP generating items. I'll be creating another 3 water mills. The reason I've only got 1 right now is just because of the redstone that it takes, and because I haven't got my sifting running at the moment. We're running very low on redstone. So yeah, that's where that all went. Yeah, so I've got a bunch of stuff gathered. Should be able to do a bunch of crafting and stuff. The first thing I want to do is let's just do it here, is to make these flux crystals. Now if I've calculated correctly, and the ability bottle, where did that go? So when you start Project Ozone 3, you start with an ability bottle which has a random ability in it. I got Magnetize, which is, I believe, one of the best ones you can get at the start, because I don't think it's completely random. Like, you won't be starting with Flight. But I think you can get like Bone Mealer, Magnetize, Fire Resistance, maybe other ones like some Regeneration or Breeder or whatever. But to me, Magnetize is a good one. So I need to take that off so that I can do this. Even then, I'm standing too close. Yeah, so I've got 30 flux crystals. Let's see. So, Crystal Growth Accelerator. We're trying to make 6 of these. So, 1 quartz fiber should. I believe, yeah, I need 6 of these means 12. So, yep. Which means 6 of those. Oh, well. There we go. Now, I haven't actually checked. Yeah. So, need some Electrum, which is easy enough. That's silver and gold. And then an obsidian chest, which is just going through all. Actually, we can do all this. Let's just 2 gold. Where's my silver? Let's make the chest. We can take that one off. That's been on there for a long time. Now obsidian chest is diamond chest. We will do this one, gold, iron. Gold. And then that was 2 diamonds. Pretty sure we've got a lot of diamonds here. And I need 2 electron. We should have everything but the electron. Piece of redstone. Now we need more flux. Have we got any more quartz come through? We do. One should do. One more redstone. One more charged quartz. Can we just do this here? We put that there, there. But yeah, this requires power, so it won't. There we go. So that is awesome. Probably, oh, does this need? I'll have to try it out. Yeah. So I need to look at how I can power that thing. Sometimes they can be real fussy about it, sometimes they... Oops, that's not what I wanted to do. So, that's done. First things first, steel is easy, it's coal and iron in the smeltery. They've made the recipe annoying to do in the smeltery, really awkward, but the easiest way is to put in a whole stack of coal and then some iron. I believe it's like 16 iron or 32 iron or something. My smeltery was full of iron anyway, so I didn't actually have to think, but I was working out the math for it, and the only good number was 64 coal. So they've made it awkward that way, so you don't just start mass producing coal, I guess, in the smelter, and you're supposed to do it in like the alloy smelter and stuff when you get that. That gets our flint and steel. We got flint and steel, we got obsidian, we can go to the nether. The other thing I'm going to be doing, armor. Steel armor is quite nice. It's pretty much the best we can get where we are at the moment. So we've got lava charm, we've got some steel armor, we've got slime boots, we've got a weapon. I will be, when I get another 8 quartz, or when I start making my own quartz, I will be making some smoky quartz and going through the actually additions, atomic reconstructor, and we will get a shuriken that way, and then we get some ranged weapon. But for the moment, that's done. Okay, so next thing is to get power. So power that we can try and push into the crystal growth accelerator, power for the compactor so I can start running my sieves and have everything working through there, and set up the smeltery to do all that. So we are going with immersive engineering for now. There's a bunch of quests here. I'm just going to do them from easiest to hardest rather than in the order that it looks like they want you to do it. So first one is the projector. We need a lantern, we need glowstone, and I don't have any glowstone here. Right, let's try this again. Lantern, projector. So the projector is cool because we don't have the book. Do we need to make the book? It helps with the building of the multi-block structures. Okay, so, well, I have leather, I know I do. It's going to be easier to do that. So, yeah, you can use the manual with the projector to project the multi-block. Makes it easier to build. We're going to be building a lot of multi-blocks, so that's nice. Engineer's workbench requires some fence. Done. Now what we need, that is a blueprint for making wires. Now if we put this here, We can put the blueprint in there. Now we can make the different metal presses. Water wheel, we need 4 of these. Do I have enough sticks? No, I've got enough for 3. We need 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. There we go, 3 water wheels. Now, yes, a blast furnace requires nether brick, which I can technically make right now, but it requires 1 redstone per, and I'm not willing to use all my redstone on that. Oh, and they gave us the blueprint anyway. Oh my god. I always laugh at people that do that. I just did it myself. So I didn't need to craft that blueprint. Oh. So now the wires. To get copper wire, you use the metal press or you use these. It's a lot better and automatable to do it in the thing, but so we need 4 wires, that's 4 plates. Oh, I've got 2 copper. Okay, so I'll leave all the wires. What I want to do anyway is just to do the is it simple machines? I think it's a heavy machine. This is the metal press. So yeah, steel scaffolding, redstone engineering block, conveyor. So I'll probably just yeah, do that at some other point. Yeah, I think whether we go to the nether, I don't want to I don't want to set up the nether portal without having a permanent place for it, and I don't have a permanent place for it yet. I don't just want to randomly have a nether portal with all my things. Yeah. Right, I think I will close off for here for now. I will do the wires and the voltage connectors, and then I'll do the thermopile and set up the power, at least that part of the power. I'll leave the water wheel for now, do that on camera. So the thermal pile is super simple. It's just a single block, you put it down, you put something hot on one side, something cold on the other, and it generates power. So we'll be doing that. Yeah, so I'll set up the power in the meantime, so then I can get the compactor working, have all the sieves running, have all these running. They all have unbreakable hammers and stuff, so it's fine. That will let me set up a bunch more water mills. Again, this isn't their permanent home here, and because the goal is to get sky stone slabs and quartz slabs. The last two materials I need in bulk to do my build, and yeah, that's why we've got the crystal growth chamber, is to grow the quartz, and sky stone's easy enough. It's with the lava here, so really I could have been doing some of that already, but yeah, so once I got the power set up, and if that lets me run the growth chamber, I will probably do a bunch of building actually, and then so I can have a whole bunch of platforms to start working on instead of this cramped space, so that next time we come back we actually go to the nether and we can do a bunch of stuff there. We've got our armor, we've got a decent enough weapon, we've got a pickaxe. Yeah, it's time to go have an adventure. Yeah, so I'll see you all next one.